Hello class 12 students. I am in front of you. Today I am here for a video lecture on the first chapter of book 2, the challenges of nation building. When we are talking about the challenges of building nation building, first I have to say that India was reborn in 1947 after the independence from the British rule. As we know that this independence came with a problem, and that was the painful problem, the problem of partition. Partition means that not one but two country born on that day or after the independence, that was India and Pakistan. So it was a painful process. Then we will talk about that why one nation divided into two. What was the problem? First we will overview the history of it. So then we will go behind and we will talk about the two nation theory propounded by the Muhammad Ali Jinnah. टू नेशन थ्योरी मतलब जिन्ना ने क्या बात की, जिन्ना ने ये बात की कि इंडिया में टू कम्युनिटीज़ रहते हैं, दैट इज़ हिंदूज एंड मुस्लिम्स, और ये दो कम्युनिटी जो हैं वो कभी भी एक साथ नहीं रह सकते हैं. तो ब्रिटिश इंडिया में जो ये दो कम्युनिटी हिंदू और मुस्लिम रहते हैं, इनको आज़ादी के साथ इनका बंटवारा ज़रूरी है. मतलब द मुस्लिम लीग वाज कंटिन्यूसली put the demand of the division of India between the two nations. So at last it resulted also, and it was decided that India should divide into two nations. The British government sent a cabinet mission plan, and according to which it was decided that two nation will born, that will India and Pakistan. Then the question arise कि how this challenges of the nation building will be taken. As we know that when India got its independence, we had many problems, like the complete economy was devastated by the British, as well as there was complete division in the society on the basis of caste, religion, and also the problems of confidence in the society. So with many problems, India was reborn, but it was the prime duty of our freedom fighter, our leaders who formed the interim government, that they have to build a nation. So first we will see about all that three challenges. What were that three challenges? तो सबसे पहले क्या तीन चैलेंज थे इंडिया के सामने जब नेशन बिल्डिंग का सवाल उठा? तो सबसे पहला चैलेंज ये था कि जो ज़रूरी था कि इंडिया को यूनाइट रखा जाए. अब जो इंडिया के जो हिस्सा इंडिया बना है उसमें जो समस्याएं थी, इन समस्याओं के साथ इंडिया में को बंटने से रोका जाए. मतलब जो हमारा हार्ड अर्न सोवरेंटी है उसमें किसी भी तरह के दंगे फसाद और साइज और डाइवर्सिटी सबको मैनेज करते हुए इंडिया शुड रिमेन यूनाइट. देन द सेकेंड क्वेश्चन वाज टू establish democracy, as our constituent assembly decided that even the leaders before independence, it was decided that India will go for democracy, and we will going to grant citizens its right. We will give them we will practice a representative democracy, and all these features was not very easy. So it was needed that a democratic constitution was very much necessary for, but only कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन वॉज नॉट सफिशिएंट, मतलब संविधान की आवश्यकता थी, बट केवल संविधान बनाकर तो हम अपने इन समस्याओं का अंत नहीं कर सकते थे। इसीलिए ये ज़रूरी था कि देश को उस दिशा में ले जाएं जहां से एक डेमोक्रेटिक समाज की स्थापना हो जाए। एंड देन द थर्ड चैलेंज वॉज टू डेवलपमेंट एंड वेल बीइंग ऑफ द इंटायर सोसाइटी। मतलब कुछ सेक्शन का नहीं बल्कि इंटायर सोसाइटी, इसका मतलब है पूरे भारत में जितने भी लोग रहते हैं उन सब का वेलबींग और डेवलपमेंट इंश्योर होना चाहिए। तो देन हम लोगों को ये देखना होगा कि एट द टाइम ऑफ इंडिपेंडेंस द इंडियन सोसाइटी वाज divided on the caste basis, that was the upper caste and the depressed class, and the entire resources of the country was confined in the few hands. So it was also a very difficult task for India, that how the protection of socially and economically disadvantaged group can be ensured. So the constitution was set up, and the directive principle of state policy, under the directive principle of state policy, it was decided that many welfare goals can be developed. The real challenge was to evolve effective policies for economic development and eradication of the poverty. So these challenges was very tough task for the people of India, and also in front of our leaders. Then we will talk about the first thing, that was the process of partition. When it was decided that India will divide into two countries, one not two country, then how this division will take place, मतलब पार्टीशन आखिर किस बेसिस पे किया जाएगा। एज वी नो दैट देयर वाज नॉट अ सिंगल एरिया इन इंडिया विच कैन बी से दैट वाज द मुस्लिम, ओनली मुस्लिम रिसाइड्स देयर और ओनली हिंदू। सो ऐसा तो कोई सिंगल बेल्ट था ही नहीं जहाँ पे केवल और केवल मुस्लिम्स रहते थे। तो ये बहुत ज़्यादा डिफ़िकल्ट था। एंड आफ्टर दैट इट वाज डिसाइडेड, तब ये बात हुई कि ऐसा तो कोई नहीं है, लेकिन तो क्या इसमें क्या से सॉल्यूशन निकाला जाए। देन ये डिसाइड किया गया कि जो दो ग्रुप है इंडिया में, एक तो ईस्टर्न पंजाब एंड ईस्टर्न बंगाल एंड वेस्टर्न पंजाब एरिया, जिसमें मुस्लिम मेजॉरिटी में थी। और डिसाइड हुआ कि इन्हीं हिस्से से कुछ मतलब डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स निकाल कर हम लोग पाकिस्तान को दे सकते हैं। लेकिन उसी में जब हम वेस्ट पंजाब की बात करते हैं, देन वेस्ट पंजाब में जो खान अब्दुल गफ़ार खान थे वो बिल्कुल इसके अगेंस्ट थे, और वो किसी भी हालत में पाकिस्तान के साथ मर्जर के लिए तैयार नहीं थे। तो इट वाज आल्सो अ प्रॉब्लम, बट इट वाज डिसाइडेड दैट that part of the India will divided and which will given to the Pakistan. Then the question arise ki the second thing was that Muslim majority of provinces of the British India were a large area where non-Muslim majority also live. So then what will happen? So the every condition was very difficult, and it was very difficult at the border area, especially in the border area, how it can ensure that the protection of माइनॉरिटी, मतलब उस बॉर्डर एरिया में किस तरह से माइनॉरिटी को प्रोटेक्ट किया जाए, क्योंकि दोनों तरह जो बॉर्डर एरिया था वहाँ पे बहुत ज़्यादा वायलेंस हुआ। और क्योंकि एक साथ नथिंग वॉज वेरी प्लान्ड अनमैनेज्ड वे, कोई भी चीज़ तो प्लानिंग और मैनेजमेंट के हिसाब से हो नहीं रही थी। एक अगर आप कुछ डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स के पॉपुलेशन को ट्रांसफ़र की बात कर देते हैं तो एवरीथिंग स्टार्टेड इन अ वेरी planned manner, and the lakhs of Hindus and Sikhs in the area, they which will become the part of Pakistan, they started to migrate from there to in India, and it created lots of problem, and the many area of the northern India was converted as the refugee camp. And the main problem was at the border area, both community Hindu and Muslim, they started to torture the other community, and many violence taken place. The communal rights was there, the violence was out of control, and minority of the both side of the border were left with no option except to leave their home. And it was a very painful things कि you are forced to leave your motherland without any proper future. So but it happened in the year 1947. India faced this trauma, and it have to accept the division of our country. Then what happened when we are talking what was the consequences of this partition? As here I want to tell you that it was the first unplanned and tragic transfer of the population of the human history. इससे पहले ह्यूमन हिस्ट्री में कभी भी इस तरह से पॉपुलेशन का ट्रांसफ़र नहीं हुआ था। और जो हमारे दो शहर थे, इंडिया का कोलकाता और पाकिस्तान का लाहौर, ये जो है वो कम्युनल जोन में एकदम से कन्वर्ट हो गया। Muslim were avoid to going into the area where mainly Hindus or Sikh lived, and similarly Hindu and Sikh stayed away from the area of Muslims. Then many thousands of people abandoned their homes and they moved across the borders. Minority on the both side fled their homes. They found unhelpful by they often found the local administration very unhelpful. They traveled on the other side of the new border by all sort of means, even by the foot. मतलब पैरों से चल के कोई जा रहा है, कोई ट्रेन बस सब में लद कर लोग एक जगह से दूसरी जगह चले जा रहे हैं. Thousands of women were abducted. It was the main problem that many women were abducted. They were attacked, killed, raped. They were forced to marriage with the other community, and in many cases women were killed by their own family members. Why? To preserve their family honors. Many children were separated from their parents, so and many people, more than lakh people, were forced to stay in the refugee camp. So then the next consequence was that the writers and poets describe this transfer of population as what? As division of herd. They said that it was not only a division of land, it was also a division of herd. It means after this partition, the Hindus and Muslims, they were against each other at any cost. They मतलब जो फ्रेंडली जो गंगा जमुनी तहजीब में हम रहते थे, जो फीलिंग्स थी एक दूसरे के लिए, वो बिल्कुल ही ख़त्म हो गई. द पार्टीशन वाज नॉट. उसके बाद अगर हम बात करेंगे तो ये पार्टीशन केवल प्रॉपर्टीज़ और लाइबिलिटीज़ का ही नहीं हुआ, बल्कि ये पूरी तरह से कंट्री का जो पॉलिटिकल डिवीज़न हुआ, इसमें सारी जो एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव अपरेटिस थे उन सब का भी डिवीज़न हुआ. इवन द स्मॉल थिंग्स लाइक द टेबल्स, चेयर्स, टाइपराइटर्स, पेपर क्लिप्स, बुक्स, म्यूजिकल इंस्ट्रूमेंट, एवरीथिंग वाज डिवाइडेड between India and Pakistan. So and the employees of the railway, above all, it was a violent separation of the communities who had hitherto lived together as neighbors. तो ये उनके बीच का डिवीज़न हो गया. Then the next thing is, beyond the administrative concern, the financial strains also there. Partition posed another deeper issue, that was the partition of religious basis. Have the major population in India of the Pakistan, even the Muslims of the newly created Pakistan, the Muslim population in India accommodated for 12% in the census of 1951. So how could the government of India treat its Muslim citizen and other minorities equal? So the partition has already created severe conflict between these two community. And then we can see here that so many problems took place, and the political interest behind this conflict, the Muslim League was formed to protect the interest of Muslim in the colonial India. It was a forefront that they believed that a separate Muslim was necessary, and they were continuously calling that Hindus majority can um, oppress the Muslims minority, and they created a fear in the mind of Muslim, and these fears resulted as the um, a feeling of rivals between both these community. So we can see that all citizens would be equally in India should give a country superior. So but in India it was decided by our Prime Minister and the Indian Constitution that all the citizens who will live in India, either they are Hindu or they are Muslims, they all will get equal rights. And Indian Constitution, according to Indian Constitution, they decided that they will, every citizen of India will equal, and there will no differences between the people of India on the basis of religion. So India tried to develop a constitution where all community have equality, as we can say that India cherished a idea of secular nation. So they it was decided that giving citizenship, religion will not uh, taken as the foundation. So it was decided, and India decided that all Indians are equal, and by this view the trauma of partition was tried to manage. So that's all for today, and here I want to say one more thing, that भारतीय संविधान में सभी को एक साथ एकोमोडेट करने की कोशिश की। एक सेकुलर राष्ट्र की हमने बात की, जो कि ये हम लोग देखते हैं हमारे फर्स्ट प्राइम मिनिस्टर पंडित जवाहरलाल नेहरू के लेटर में भी, जो उन्होंने लिखा था हमारे चीफ मिनिस्टर्स को। तो इस तरह से भारत एक यूनाइटेड देश के रूप में एक संविधान को डेवलप किया, जहां सभी समुदाय के लिए एक ही जगह था। दैट्स ऑल फॉर टुडे।